Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, January the 11th, 2023. Wednesday, January the 11th. Well, just like I said yesterday, and I'm sure you already knew, today was going to come to the head with Willow. I knew everything was just going to fall apart. Wow. Okay. So, anyway, Willow's up to bed. Nina comes in, and of course he says, "No, now it's not a good time. I won't stay long. I need to talk about my grandson." And then Nina has the audacity to tell Michael how selfish he and Willow are, how they didn't care about Wiley at all. All they cared about was the baby with her, Willow's baby with him, and pretty much not Nell's son with him. Michael was in complete like, what on earth are you saying? I have to think about Wiley. Oh no, oh no. That woman was so far out of line, so far. For one thing, whatever decisions they made about Willow's cancer was between Willow and Michael. See, Nina didn't even know Michael was left in the dark about the cancer. She don't know. So for you two to decide, Willow found out in blah blah that she had leukemia, and she didn't even start chemo until oh my goodness. I was like, see, I was wishing Wiley would have been Carly. And Carly could have, and maybe, and Carly already knew, but it was kept a secret, and Carly could have punched her in her face. Because, see, I don't condone a man punching a woman in her face, but I sure as heck condone another woman punching another woman in her face. Punched her dead. She was so far out of line with barging into somebody's house. And Michael told her, "You need to leave." No, I'm going to talk about, oh my. See, it should have been, you know what? I'm not going to hit you, but I should have grabbed her by her arm, push her right out the door. Michael could have done that. Took her by her arm, pushed her out the door, closed the door in her face. Then called security, because they have security on the Quartermaine estate, and let them know, don't ever let her come back up here again, ever. Period. I don't know why Michael even opened the door to her. That was just ridiculous. Now, Willow was upstairs dreaming about bringing a baby home. Good dreams, good dreams. I'm thinking, goodness, girl, you getting ready to die in your sleep? What's happening here? Right? And then the dreams turned into nightmares. And what is it about General Hospital and them stiff babies? And so she then dreams that Nina's trying to take both Wiley and her new baby. And so now, Wiley comes running down the stairs, "Grandma," because you know what? Nina is yelling. Nina is in this man's house, knowing his wife has leukemia, knowing she's upstairs in the bed, knowing her grandson is upstairs, should be asleep, and Nina's talking as loud as she is. Nina is one of the most selfish people that's on the show. Okay? She is, truly. Okay? I know we got some Nina fans. I'm not one of them. Now, I'm a Carly fan, but Carly's 100% wrong. Period. Carly, when she, made a roadblock for Drew finding Willow's mother. When she paid off the woman, when she took the picture, Carly's 100% wrong. Carly became 100% wrong in my eyes once she found out Willow was looking for her biological parents. See, right there, that should have changed everything. And Drew even brought that up. Because before, Willow absolutely positively said she did not want to know. She didn't want to know. And then after she did, after she had this fight with Nina, she really did. Oh, goodness. Right? So then Carly, I was cool with Carly keeping the secret. Cool with it. Because like I always said, a lie for a lie, period. Nina lied and kept Sonny for 9 months. 9. What have I always said? Carly need to keep that secret for 9 months. Well, guess what? We're at 8 months. Because they already said, you know what? Drew said you found out in May? And this is, yeah, so 8 months. We're 8 months. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and Harmony begged me not to, that Nina would suck the life out of Willow. And guess what? Nina would suck the life out of Willow. Period. Seriously. But once I heard out of Willow's mouth and my son's mouth that Willow is looking for her biological parents, at that point, obviously, what my future daughter-in-law said to me months ago, obviously something now has changed, and it is my responsibility to tell her what I know. Because had she told her what she knew right then and said, listen, Willow, are you sure you really want to know your biological parents? Because it might be somebody you wish you didn't know, but are you sure? And Willow would say yes, because Willow knew she had leukemia, right? Carly should have told her right then and there. Because now out of, excuse me, because now out of her mouth, she says she wants to know. And Carly should have told her. Okay? And said, it's up to you what you do with this information. But what was so interesting is Drew is like, you keeping this secret could have costed Willow her life. No, Willow keeping the secret could have costed Willow her life. Obviously, Nina is not on the donor base, is she? She's not on the bone marrow donor base. That's why Nina didn't come up. But had Willow told the family, it would be interesting. There's a huge Quartermaine family. A huge Quartermaine family. We even got Cody that we're wondering what is Cody good for? Cody could have been a bone marrow match. But Willow wanted to keep that secret. So I'm not saying, oh, look, Carly kept this secret. Now, look, Willow is this sick. No, Willow is this sick because Willow kept the secret. Because had it not been a secret, Carly would have come forward months ago. She absolutely would have. Actually, had Willow not kept it a secret, Sonny would have got tested. Jocelyn would have, no, Jocelyn had a kidney transplant, scratch her. Sonny would have got tested. Dex would have got tested. Carly would have got tested. Everybody that knew them. Molly would have got tested. TJ probably would have got tested. Everybody. Alan Quartermaine, not Alan, he's dead. But Ned would have got tested. Brooklyn with herself, Brooklyn would have got tested. Everybody would have been tested. So we're not pinning on the fact that Willow's this sick because Carly kept the secret. No, Willow kept the secret. Because everybody in Port Charles that knew her would have gone and gotten tested, including Nina. And then they would have found out that there was a strange match, right? What? There's a match? Yeah, they would have found out. So, needless to say, Drew breaks up with Carly. Of course, there's no future in there's no relationship if there's no trust. Of course, Drew do that. Good, Drew. Because bottom line, you guys haven't even slept together. And that's unheard of for Carly. Unheard of. If she really is attracted to somebody, she could be attracted to the gym teacher. At the workout gym. You know? No, there was absolutely no real chemistry there. That's why they had not slept together. And then breaking up, oh, okay, you're not gonna miss nothing, girl, because you didn't even really want to taste it. Didn't want to even get a whiff of what Drew had, and neither did Drew. Drew didn't really want Carly. There was no passion, nothing. Oh, that kiss sure felt nice. Did it really? Wow. So him saying no, there's no relationship. Good. Who wants one? Right? So Carly's like, after one misunderstanding. Oh, is that what you're calling it? Okay, whatever. Good God. Goodness gracious, Drew. So they get the call and she picks up and he looks and I guess you can see it says Nina. He goes, you probably want to take this. So she picks it up and because needless to say, Nina's talking so loud, wakes up Wiley. He runs down, Grandma, can you come play with me? Mommy's too tired and Daddy's busy taking care of Mommy. And Nina looks at Michael like, what kind of parent are you? I'm telling you, the woman has a lot of nerve. A lot of nerve. Okay. And so she goes, oh, Wiley. And so Michael's like, Wiley, but it's way past your bedtime. But I can play with Grandma. No, Wiley, it's your bedtime. And Nina hugs him again. Oh, Wiley, I would love to play with you until, all night long. But, your dad is right. It is time for your bedtime. And then Willow comes down the stairs because now she's already had this nightmare that Nina's trying to take her kids. She's yelling at the top of her lungs. She's weak, but she's saying, you will never have my children. Oh, oh, goodness gracious. I knew she was going to collapse. And Wiley's like, what's the matter, Mommy? She goes, come on, Wiley. She goes, don't talk to her. She's a bad woman. And Nina's looking like, why did she say that? And I'm thinking, that was a little harsh to tell the little boy that. But Willow is not in her right mind. She's actually getting ready to pass right on out, right? So she takes Wiley's hand, they head for the stairs, and you hear this thud, and Wiley, Mommy! And Michael looks because after Willow's trying to take Wiley, Michael looks at Nina, and she goes, I'm leaving. She goes to grab her purse, and that's when Willow falls out. And she's like before, remember before when she went over and Willow passed out? I never would have went over had I known Willow would pass. Oh, chick, please. You're horrible. Horrid. So then she tells Carly that Willow passed out. Michael called the ambulance. They're on their way to General Hospital. Carly says, I'm on my way. Michael, of course, had to leave Wiley with Nina at that point. Had to. Because he's in the ambulance with Willow. So then we also have Gladys and Sasha. They're going to go to work out, and Chase is just finishing up, but he and Sasha end up talking, and they're going to put those two together. I see it. And good. They were good friends before. Their core personalities are good. When Sasha's clean, right? She's good. She's okay. I was gonna say she's good, but she did come in to town as a fraud. But she's a good person. Sasha was trying to clear up her mother's medical bills. Okay, so what? She lied to Nina. So what? So anyway, so then they talked, and then what does he say? Something about Brooklyn or whatever. And Brooklyn is trying to work on this song, but she's trying to figure out a way to scam Chase to come back to her. I can't stand what they do with Brooklyn with all of this. She put on this dress that still didn't look good, better than the one she had on, and to woo Chase back, but Chase shows up with Sasha, and Brooklyn is kind of like, wait, what? Said, yeah, we were at the same workout class. I told her she'd come along. So Cody distracts Sasha, and she goes, here. He goes, so where's the song, Brooklyn? Right? He didn't even notice her dress because she's wishing he did, you know. And he sits at the piano. She goes, oh, you probably can't read my writing. Scoot over. So she sits next to him. And as she sits next to him, she goes, the way they make this chick look at this man is ridiculous. Brooklyn is as selfish as they come. The only reason why she looks like that is when she's trying to get over on you. Because once she's got over on you, she's lying to you and she's deceiving you. And she's feeling perfectly justified doing it. Perfectly. So anyway, that was just not even worth my time. Sonny tells Jocelyn, but he thought she knew. And he's just letting her know, can you let Michael know if there's anything he needs? I'm here for him. She's like, what are you talking about? And he goes, I thought you knew. Willow has to keep. I mean, it's all out there. There we go. And Jocelyn's crying. Now she's off her high horse. She ain't thinking about, he ain't, because I'm not thinking about your life, girl. Right? And so she's now broken up, and Dex shows up and he goes, is everything okay? And so Sonny goes, she just got some bad news. Jocelyn's like, I gotta go. So she's turning, and Dex tells Sonny, I'll make sure she gets home safe, boss. And he's like, oh yeah, take me, yeah, whatever. Because Sonny is thinking, oh shoot, what can I do? Family crisis, family, right? So I fast forwarded all the whole boring conversation in the car with Jocelyn and Dex. I mean, I was fully preparing for them to end up in the back seat, period, for comfort sex. Seriously. I was thinking that was going to happen, just saying. So, and then we got Gladys coming in telling Sonny Sasha needs them. She's trying to sell the Brando's garage for 300,000, and Sasha doesn't want to. And Sonny's like, 300,000 is way too low. It is worth way more than that. And so she goes, besides, Sasha doesn't need the money like that. No, that is too low. And Gladys is like, what? He goes, what's going on with Sasha? What's going on, Gladys? No, I'm just saying nothing. She shouldn't be holding on to stuff of Brando's like that. He goes, I've talked to Sasha. She seems like she's in a good headspace, right? So Gladys knew she couldn't tell what she's really done. And Sasha's already asked her, where are your earrings? Did you lose them already? She goes, I wouldn't wear them to work out. And she's right. Why would you wear diamond earrings to work out, right? So Sasha didn't think nothing of it, but yeah, she will soon enough say, where are those earrings? Or she gonna see them on Miss Wu's ears and think, those look like what I gave Gladys. Wow, we'll see, because it is going to come out that those earrings somehow Sasha is going to find out about those earrings. But that was it. Mainly it was just dragging out the conversation way too long between folks to get to the point. But then at the end, when they were doing the closing credits on the show, they did some scenes from Sonia Eddy, kind of doing tribute to her, which was good. And then they ended with this picture. So that was really good. Kind of different phases of Epiphany. But, that's what they did at the end of the show today. So let's go to Comment Corner. Okay. Susan says today, Willow had good dreams of coming home from the hospital with her baby girl. She was cured of the leukemia. Then she had a nightmare being in a wheelchair, Nina holding her two babies, her baby and her son. everything that Nina has done to Willow before she and Michael got married and after. Carly had good reason to believe Nina is not the one that Willow would want as her mother. And even Harmony did not want Nina to know that Willow was her daughter. Today, Carly and Joss both found out that Willow has cancer from different people, Drew and Sunny. After Willow came downstairs and found Nina in her and Michael's home, she went all over Nina. And she passed out on the stairs in front of Wiley. Dex came by after Sunny told Jocelyn the secret, and Dex told Sunny that he would make sure she got home safely. And then we also, great recap after Carly was, and then great recap. Susan, you could finish Susan's daily recap. She did a great job wrapping things up. And then Carrie Jo says, I'm glad this is all coming down on Carly. It is well deserved. Yes, Nina is nosy, but she's not playing with people in regards to who their parents are. Joss is just like her mother, and she can be as nasty as Carly and Nina together. Joss is entitled. You know that. Well, Carrie Jo, interesting comment, great comment. My opinion is completely different. You said Nina is not playing with people's lives in regards to who their parents are. I'm sorry. Nina did that for 9 months. As to, where's your daddy? Okay. As to, where's your grandpa, Sonny? When she was hiding Sonny in Nixon Falls, knowing the man was alive. She let his children feel, all of them, think their father was dead. So let's talk about not keeping who your parent is. No, keeping that your parent is not dead, that your parent is very much alive. Okay. She kept him from his wife, from his whole entire family, and made them grieve. She even, when she did come back to town, ran into Michael at Sonny's grave, grieving, said nothing. Nothing. Matter of fact, I think she tried to pick some kind of fight, saying she was on her way to go visit her daughter's grave. Nell. See, that's Nina. That's Nina. So don't tell me, Nina didn't do what Nina absolutely did what Carly's done, and worse. She let his little girls, his baby girls, cry at night without him. She allowed that. She allowed the poor Wiley, her grandson, his grandson. As a matter of fact, remember the time when Willow put Wiley on the phone and was talking to Nina, and Sonny was coming around and say, hey, are you talking to your grandson? And Nina got off the phone real quick. Oh, yeah. Talk about somebody keeping the truth about a parent from a child. She definitely kept the truth about a grandson from his grandfather. Nina would have kept Sonny all to herself. She said it. She never had any plans on coming back to Port Charles. She was going to keep him in that Nixon Falls halo amnesia forever if she could have. So, Nina, Carly, just the same. Just the same. Absolutely the same. Carly just hasn't cut a baby out of somebody's stomach. Nina has, okay? But as far as for their own selfish reasons, they both will do what they want to do. They both will do what they want to do. So there we have it. Now, Carrie Jo says, well, we already said that. Lucy says, great review, thanks. Anna Rihanna says, can Drew and Carly be over? I know, thank goodness. Please. Carly kept a death bad promise. I hate Nina as Willow's mother. The core of her is ugly and spiteful. Sonny, please wake up and see the real Nina. Coach Joss. Guess who? Ma'am, we all know whose nose is there. I don't get that part. Girl, walk up to my house like, oh no. I hope Michael tears Nina apart. She came to him and she deserves it. Yeah, and he didn't get a chance to. I wish they would have had a woman there. Oh, Jocelyn would have mopped her up. Mopped up Nina and threw her out the house. I agree with you, Daily Recap Lady, that this is Willow's fallout and Nina will be the push. Victor came up with the original Cassadines. Nicholas hasn't a clue. Thank goodness for Dante. He seems to be the only bright spark in the entire GCPD. Lucy says, fabulous recap. I'm glad the truth about Willow is finally out. Dacia says, they're making Joss looking bad, disrespectful to her elderlies. She doesn't have no respect for her elders. Joss and Michael, with their peddling behavior, they need to change their behavior towards Sonny. Lucy says, big bad Jocelyn Jax. Cindy says, Spencer could be the father if Esme fibbed about the results of her pregnancy test, or if they actually did sleep together after that. We don't know about that. Yeah, they didn't sleep together after that, but she could have lied about the pregnancy test. Did he see the dipstick? I don't know. She could have lied. But if she would have lied, you know what? That baby would be born by now, right? Look how long ago that pregnancy test was. I think that baby would have already been born. She wouldn't just be 7 months pregnant. That baby would be born by now. And then it says the writers shows in flashbacks, they aren't scenes that haven't been shown before. Yeah, they do that. They will change history and show flashbacks to change history. They said did the same thing with Ryan Chamberlain when it turned out several General Hospital staff was involved in a medical procedure that he didn't know about. And then Ruth says that, okay, she don't like Carly. Definitely Ruth called her the B word. Susan said Laura gave permission, that's right, for Spencer to go in Esme's room. Laura did tell the cop, tell Commissioner Ashford that I authorized this. You are right. Susan says, I wonder if they got new writers who are familiar with the show and want to pick up the pace. They finally are putting the pieces together about Windermere, and Dante thinks they're covering up some things or someone Esme in the tower with fresh paint from the fire. And hello there says, no, the writers appear to be the same in the credits. Oh, okay, you did your research, found out same writers. They took their happy pills. And then we have Jane says, Esme lied somehow about the pregnancy test to Spencer she was pregnant. Excuse me, you're saying Esme was pregnant with that pregnancy test. They could change history with that. I don't know. I don't know. Susan says, wouldn't Spencer think that if the baby was his, it would have been born by now? I know. He was calm when talking to her and seeing if she would slip up on the lies. I know Spencer, there's no doubt in his mind that Esme is pregnant by him at all. He's not even flinching with that. And Susan says, if it were Spencer, it would have been born. If Spencer's, it would have been born by now. That is how long he has been intimate with Esme. And he has, as he had suspected her from framing Trina all along. Yeah, he did kind of stop. He stopped sleeping with Esme. NK Rose says, Esme says she stayed at a fisherman's home before she tried to rob Nicholas. And And Michael says, I'm a Nina fan, but I agree. Nina has no reason to go over there that day. The writers obviously want Nina to be on the scene when she has her medical crisis. Yeah, when Willow, which she was right there conveniently. I guess Drew will go over there next and let Willow know that Nina's her mother. Nah, Drew's gonna make Carly do that. They're finally moving things along. I guess next week Willow will get her bone marrow transplant. Yeah. Nina, Carly, and Jocelyn are all behaving very strangely. Great recap as always. And Susan says she should say that I got tested to be a bone marrow. She should say that I got tested to be a bone marrow. Sonny and I discovered that Willow had leukemia. Well, why should she say that? Nina don't have no problem saying, guess what? And Lisa took more papers than she should have. I was going through them to see what was Brits and get stuff back. I mean, that's the truth. And they weren't trying to steal medical records. So I would just keep telling the truth. Lisa says, Joss is not behaving oddly. She is dealing with death, the death of Britt and the breakup and a breakup. Plus now she finds out about Willow. Michael says, I don't like how bratty the writers are making her. Joss's obsessive hatred for Sonny has gotten really old. All three feel they got their reasons. Carly's revenge for losing her husband, Nina's anger for losing Wiley, and Jocelyn's protection of her mother. And then, you know what? I'm just going to say this, Kwan, I don't understand what none of your comments are about. So I'm going to just go ahead and skip. Sandy says, Nosy Nina is so wrong for just busting into Michael's house. I hate her as the mother. Yeah, I don't like that either. And then Anna Rihanna says, I agree with you 100%. This selfish woman can't stand why people, can't understand why people don't like her beyond how she and Sonny behind how she did Sonny and his family. And then we have Dacia says, Josh is so disrespectful to her elderly. Sonny seemed like he's making a big mistake leaving his family. Sonny seemed like, nah, I don't think Sonny's seeing that. For his family, for Nina. Drew and Carly, they'll break up. Yep, they already have. Monique says, I had a conversation in my head as if I were Carly, and everything she says, I thought it was sparing Willow the pain of going through so much. It is too much for her. She deserves, I did it to protect my grandson and Willow. Yeah, Carly would like to say that, but she did that just to, she did that to be Carly. Let's be real. She did that. And you know what? Like I said, 9 months for 9 months. And it's 9 months, so it's okay for it to come out now. It's okay. All right, that's it for Comment Corner. Comment Corner, thank you so much for your comments. I will be back tomorrow for another episode of my GH Daily Recaps.